Please, one of you say me that what did you do in last class about water? What did you study about water? What is the formula of water? What does water contains? And how is it?
That's a liquid.
It's
Color.
H2O and it
Liquid.
contains hydrogen.
It consists of
And
hydrogen and what else?
It doesn't have color.
Colorless, tasteless. And the vocabulary terms, please, one of you read it out.
polarity,
Polarity,
specificate,
specific,
cohesion,
cohesion,
solvent,
solvent, and adhesion.
addition.
We spoke about how much water is there on the earth and how much we are using, how it is supporting daily our life. And then we spoke about polarity. Again, anything that has a positive charge at one end. This is very important. Please highlight on this page that anything that have a positive charge at one end and negative charge at another end is said to have polarity. Okay, anything, any molecule, any element, this is page number 8. Anything that has a negative charge and the positive charge is said to have polarity. A water molecule is therefore a polar molecule. In liquid water, the negative end of the water molecule is attracted to the positive end of the another sequence. There is not one H2O in the water is made of H2O, but there are many H2O joined together. Many water molecules together to give you water. So these water molecules, how are they attracted to each other? The positive end of one water molecule is attracted to the negative end of another, or the negative is attracted to the positive end of the another. That's why we call the water is polar. Each molecule interact with surrounding water molecules. You can see here, girls, like water molecule has a positive end and a negative end. It has a positive, like I can say this is hydrogen. This is hydrogen. This is oxygen. As I told you, there are two hydrogen. Hydrogen has positive end and oxygen has negative end. So one time this oxygen will connect to hydrogen and the other time hydrogen will connect to oxygen. This way it goes on. Do you see here? Red to blue, blue to red, then blue to red. Do you see how is it connected? Girls, can you understand?
Yes.
And again, I'll show you on the white screen. Wait a second. Now example, the water molecules H and then you have 2O with different colors that we make it. So next time it's gonna see here and here. Next time this green is going to attract with red. What did I say? This green is going to attract with red. Why? Because the red is positive and the green is negative. Or the other way. The green is negative and the red is, or the green is positive and the red is. Did you understand how it is connected? Now this time it will attract to red color. It will attract to red color here. This way it goes on and form a water. Many molecules. One end will be negative, that will attract to positive end. Any question till here?
No.
So because of polarity, the positive end of water molecule interacts with the negative end of another molecule. Now, what is cohesion? Okay, the polarity of water molecule affects the properties of water. This is because water polarity affects how water molecule interact. The property that whole molecule of a substance is, girls, remember the word cohesion is like, because of cohesion, because of this property, the molecules are held together. Maybe if there was no cohesion, the molecule would have been away from each other. Did you get that? Because of water molecule, the substance or the molecules, they are, because of cohesion, the water molecules are held together. They stick together tightly because of their polarity. You know that if it is negative and positive, they come and stick together. And because of lot of cohesion, because of high cohesion, these water form droplets. And water poured gently into the glass can fill above the rim because cohesion holds the water molecules together. Some insects can walk on water because their weight does not break the cohesion. Some are very light, so it does not break the cohesion and they float on water. And though, like if I jump into water, I will directly go down because my weight will break the cohesion of water molecules. Did you understand this?
Yes.
The property that holds molecules of different substances together is adhesion. Polar substances other than water can attract water molecules more strongly than water molecules. That's why these substances are called as wettable, because water adheres or stick to them. Like example, my clothes, they are adhered to water. Whenever water touches my clothes, the water comes into my clothes because, and that is called as wettable. Because it adheres, the water sticks to them. Paper towels are wettable. Water drops roll off unwettable or waterproof substances like leather. You know the leather, the boots you wear, the leather boots. Does water stick on that? Do water stick on leather boots or umbrellas? The water fall from it because there is no adhesion. There is no adhesion. So do you understand the meaning of cohesion and adhesion?
Yes.
Now, the energy needed to heat a substance is called a specific heat. You know, example, you take out something from the fridge and you want to heat it up. So the energy, whatever it is needed to heat that substance is called a specific heat. When you warm the water, what happened to the molecules? They separate. They separate. The attraction between the polar means that they're separating them and it takes a lot of energy, girls. So that's why specific heat of water is very, very, very high. You feel that, oh, in a millisecond this happens. No, it takes a lot of energy to break them. Water can absorb more energy than many other substances. Yeah, of course, you know that it's a very good solvent. Water is a very good solvent, girls. You can easily dissolve with any juices, with salt, with detergent, like with baking soda, with many things it dissolves very easily. So now, there's nothing much here. I'll just go directly to the video.
When these atoms come together or bond, they share electrons to become a stable molecule. Because they don't share the electrons equally, however, the oxygen part of the molecule is slightly negative and the hydrogen parts of the molecule are slightly positive. You'll learn why this is important later in this lesson. The bonding of the two hydrogen atoms and the oxygen atom.
Girls, very carefully. The bonding is very important. This oxygen, this water molecule has to bond with another water molecule. So this negative will go and attract to positive of the another water molecule. This is what the main concept in polarity, that one positive will go and attract to other negative.
Results in a polar molecule. Polarity occurs in a molecule when different areas of the molecule have slightly different charges. This happens when the atoms do not equally share electrons. Click each part of the water molecule to learn more about water's polarity. When a molecule contains bonded atoms with an unequal attraction for the shared electrons, it is called a polar molecule. This results in a slightly positive and a slightly negative charge on the molecule. Water's polarity results in many of water's unique characteristics. When a molecule contains bonded atoms with an unequal attraction for the shared electrons, it is called a polar molecule. When a molecule contains bonded
Talking about same thing.
You've learned about water's chemical structure. Before we move on, try answering this question. Which of these diagrams shows a molecule of water? Click the correct answer. Remember, you can roll over the pictures to find out what they are.
Yes, Dana? Can you tell me which one is the water molecule here?
I know.
Yes, yes, Dishan, tell me. Which one is the water?
H2O.
H2O, which is the picture first or second or third or fourth?
The second one.
Good.
Nice work. Water can be found on Earth in 3 states.
You know that water can you find in the 3 states, that is solid, liquid, and gas.
Solid, liquid, and gas. Click the images to learn about water states. When water reaches cold temperatures, it freezes and turns to ice. Ice is water's solid state. Ice can be described as cold and hard. Liquid water is probably the state that you normally associate with water. Liquid water can be described as wet and flowing.
Normally, whenever you hear about water, it first comes into your mind is liquid because this is the normal state at room temperature.
Water can exist as a gas called water vapor. Water turns to vapor at high temperatures. Water vapor cannot be seen with the naked eye. Water has unique properties in each of the 3 states of matter. Click each image to learn more about water states.
So water as a solid, we'll study water as a liquid and water as a gas.
Water as a solid, or ice, has a definite shape. For example, an ice cube holds its own shape without needing to be held in a container. Water as a liquid will take the shape of its container because it can flow. You can pour liquid water into containers of different shapes, and it will still fit. Water as a gas, known as water vapor, can be found in the atmosphere. You cannot see water vapor, but it is in the air all around us. If you were to put it in a box or jar, it would fill all parts of the container as it spreads out. Which state of water is each of these images associated with? Drag each image to the correct box. Remember, you can roll over the images to find out what they are.
Okay, so this one, waterfall, solid, liquid, or gas? Waterfall, solid, liquid, or gas? Anyone can answer that.
Liquid.
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 Vapor? Vapor?
Gas.
Ocean?
Liquid.
Liquid.
Ice cube?
Solid.
Frozen pond?
Solid.
Solid.
Air? Or
Excellent.
Gas.
Ice and frozen ponds are Water has unique properties. 2 of those properties are cohesion and adhesion. Click play to learn about water molecules.
Eagles, this is what you have to learn. We have cohesion and we have adhesion. I told you that few of the insects, they are very light in weight. They don't have the power of breaking the adhesion or cohesion or breaking the water molecule. So they float on water. And that's the reason we can explain these two terms very well, cohesion and adhesion.
Are polar. The positive and negative charges in different parts of each molecule attract each other. This attraction produces cohesion. That is, water molecules stick together. Water molecules sticking together at the surface produce surface tension, which allows a water strider to walk on top of the water. The water molecule's polar attraction also causes adhesion. Adhesion allows water droplets to stick to other objects, like the spider web.
Next.
Other properties that make water useful are its high specific heat and the fact that it is the universal solvent. Click each image to find out more about these properties. Specific heat describes the amount of energy, in the form of heat, it takes to increase the temperature of a substance. Specific heat describes the amount of energy, in the form of heat, it takes to increase the temperature of a substance. Water has a high specific heat, so it can absorb a lot of energy without becoming too warm. This property allows beachgoers to cool off in the ocean while the sandy beach becomes hot. Because of its high specific heat, more energy is required to boil water than is required by many other substances. Water is considered the universal solvent because many different substances, including sugar and salt, will dissolve in water. The salt that is